What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kev here, back with another Prize Picks video. Guys, this one's going to be super short and sweet. Interesting matchup this Monday Night Football. You know, to be honest, it sounds a lot better on paper than it is with the Saints and the Seahawks, and historically speaking, it should be a really fun game. Not saying it couldn't be, but definitely the hit to Russell Wilson and Geno Smith filling in definitely hurts the value of this game. This game has a 42.5 over-under last I checked, which is obviously not super great. Shouldn't be super high scoring, but there still might be some leverage plays here, and we'll get into it in a sec here. Guys, if you're new to the channel or new to Prize Picks, please use code DGF if you sign up. It helps us out a lot, and you can see right now you get a 100% deposit match up to $100. So pretty cool there. You put $100 in, you get $100 back. And just a little synopsis on Prize Picks, guys. Prize Picks is a daily fantasy sports betting platform where instead of picking just players, you pick the overs and unders on points projections of players and also their single stat entries. So, for example, I can take the over of Geno Smith at 204.5 passing yards and pair it with the under of Aaron Rodgers for 275.5 passing yards, and I can do that 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and so it's like a parlay in that aspect. And I can mix it with different sports, which is cool. You guys know I love doing it with MMA. MMA is not obviously on the board right now, so we'll hop over NHL. You can go Austin Matthews, over 5 goals or whatever, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know hockey, but you guys get how that works. So yeah, if you do sign up and you do enjoy it, please use code DGF. It helps support us. So that being said, guys, getting right into some of these single stats. I'm looking at Winston at 200.5. I'm going to take the over of this. I don't see a world where he doesn't clear this. It should be a somewhat lower scoring game, as I just talked about, that 42.5 over under. Winston is, starting to heat up a little bit. We know the potential's there. We know he can be a high octane quarterback and a fantasy relevant quarterback, even if he's not the best quarterback in the world. But we're seeing a little more conservative Jameis Winston this year. He's not throwing as many picks. It's funny. If you look over the interception stat over here, you see Jameis at 0.5 and actually don't want to touch it, which is crazy. I mean, last year, this line would probably be 1.5. You know what I mean? Jameis just threw so many picks. But he's kind of conservative now. They've honed him in, got him to be more calculated, and he's picking his shots. So even so, I think he clears this. The Seahawks are allowing a league-high whopping 433 total yards per game to opposing teams, and they're allowing about 300 passing yards per game through the air. So they are absolutely just a sieve defense this year. Obviously with Geno Smith, I don't think they're going to be able to keep the ball in their possession. And Chris Carson still, banged up and out. I think he's going to be. I think this ball is not going to be on the Seahawks' hands as much as they want it to be. So I definitely like that. I'm not going to touch Geno Smith. I find it actually interesting. He has a higher passing yards projection than Jameis. It's not that he can't clear this. I get it's a pass-first team. I get they're probably going to be playing from behind. That being said, it still is a little surprising against an elite Saints defense, even if the Seahawks are at home. But I've looked into rushing. I've looked into receiving. I don't love any of these. These are all too accurate. Even Kamara at 93.5 yards, it's pretty accurate for how he's being used this year. That's a very high margin for him historically, but he's running really well this year. What he's not doing well, and I shouldn't say it's him doing anything wrong, it's just where he's not being used as much, is as a receiver, which is where we're used to seeing him. So 30.5 receiving yards and 4 receptions for Alvin Kamara, which usually sounds like that's easy money, is just not this year, and I'm not going to touch it, which is crazy to think. So yeah, it's really weird, but it's just not how they're using him this year. It's they're really letting the defense do a lot of work this year, I believe, and they're just kind of pounding the ball a little more. That being said, I'll go over to the scoring. Guys, I told you this is going to be a short and sweet video. There is not a lot of ones I want to put my stamp on. One of the ones I actually liked at first from a negative perspective, like going under, was Tyler Lockett at 12. But, Tyler Lockett has not been great lately. Geno Smith has definitely hurt his value. But that being said, this is going to be a one-on-one matchup between DK Metcalf and Marshawn Lattimore, as we know. I do think that Tyler Lockett is going to get some good separation because of that. He's got a rookie cornerback on him, and he's going to do, what he does, and with I don't want to say little resistance, but not nearly as much as what DK is going to be dealing with. DK is, going up against possibly a defensive player of the year right now, and there's a couple people running for that spot, but a couple candidates, but DK is going to have a tough matchup. We saw it the last time these two clashed was 2019. DK Metcalf was held to 2 catches for 67 yards. Tyler Lockett, I think, had 11 catches for 154. So he's one of those people. This is a matchup nightmare. I think Marshawn Lattimore is, you guys know I'm a Mike Evans guy. Mike Evans is my favorite wide receiver in football. Marshawn shuts him down every time. Lattimore is just the worst matchup you could have, maybe even more so than Jalen Ramsey. I don't know. They're both pretty close. But, yeah, I definitely think DK gets shut down a little bit. If you want to go under 14 on Metcalf, I don't hate that because you know he's probably going to have to get a touchdown. He's not going to light up Lattimore for 8 catches. So I definitely don't hate that. But, yeah, guys, that's going to do it. There's not too much other than that. Like I said, they're too accurate. I think Alvin Kamara, he should clear 20, and historically speaking, he absolutely should against this team. But he's had some dud games this year, for sure. Had some lower, he's kind of fallen short of expectation, I think. Especially with CMC out in PPR leagues, he should absolutely be the number one running back right now. He's not even close. So, yeah, a couple other ones. Marquez Callaway's heating up. Alex Collins, not too tough to, hit that margin, especially after a 100-yard rushing game. But, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and bullshit and give you guys some picks that I don't believe in. So, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you do like it, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. And as always, let's cash.